Hello everybody, ALLOS here, also Seven Creations. Today we're back in Half-Life 2 / Gary's mod, where today we look at one of my most faithful and intensive maps yet. Today, we are in New Donk City from Super Mario Odyssey. This is a long project, but I think it was worth it in the end. This is a full recreation of the main city area as seen in the game. Isn't it beautiful? It's laggy as all heck because how big and open it is. I couldn't really optimize it all that well. But dang it, I think it's worth it. A very faithful recreation. I tried very hard to make. I even made custom models and textures for it. It's all very strong effort. So I hope you like it. I hope you like it as you watch it and look at it in this video. It's a very intensive map, and because of how intensive it is, I can only compile it in fast and hammer, which, you know, those of you in the mapping zone might frown upon that, but like, if I try to compile this on a normal compile even, I would spend the entirety of my life waiting at this computer. So that's a no-go for me. So yeah, it was a very intensive map to make, but hey, isn't the end result worth it? Also because did I say this already? Also because it's on fast render, fast compile. You can't use the map in SFM. Well, you can, but like, it'll be in full bright because all the lighting will be correct. Still, though, I was seeing people who have chosen to use this in Source Filmmaker. A little bit of an honorable mention. This map was actually very briefly featured in a Boundary Break video. I think, as she says, for having probably Michael Chin, 1997, promote my map very briefly, where he was talking about she says was talking about all his favorite boundary breaks across all the Mario games. And in the transition clip for Mario Odyssey, it showed the recreation of Mario jumping out of the infamous sewer grate down there, right in the middle of the screen where my cursor is. Michael Chin probably animated Mario coming out of that grate, just like in the original game. And I appreciate it, man, but like, did the full bright not bother you at all? It's visible in the video. Anyways, though, I'm not gonna shun you for still using it. You know, more power to you. Is a place where you find a moon in the actual game. So let's stop dilly-dallying. Actually, before I do that, over here to where the Odyssey parks in this helipad. You see, there's a warp painting, just like in Odyssey, but it doesn't go anywhere because the map is standalone. At least it doesn't go anywhere for now. Let's go down into the city itself. See, I recreate all the billboards here. I screen cap all these textures manually to get them into Half-Life 2. I managed to get my hands on the game. I screen cap all these myself because they're the best quality I could manage without actually extracting textures however you do that. I could have done the edge lights a little bit better, a little bit derpy, but eh. Anyways, if you want to play the music, in this New Donk City music, you can just interact with this radio. Because the way I did it though, like if you start the music and stop it, you have to wait like how long? Wait like a minute and a half after stopping the music to start it back up. It's a technicality with how I did the music. Anyways, here's Squawks Park, I think. Call it the big letters here, and you can arrange them just like in the original game. And if you do that, you get a moon. Yeah. Do. Good old, you got a power store sound. Anyways. Alright then, let's leave that. Take a look around the city. It's all the places you expect from the main city area. Here's a place where the guy with the RC car is, so you control. Dave, I think people called him. How are these kids so good at this? I don't have any RC cars though, so you must find another way to get this moon. You can't quite crouch underneath it. So how do you get this moon? It takes some lateral thinking. I don't even know how to use the phrase correctly. Here's the Crazy Cap shop in Dixie, what used to be Dixie Theater. Go Cap Crazy. There's nobody in here right now though. Like everybody in town's gone on vacation. The yellow outfits, it's a blindingly bright colors, but like that's how the shop actually is. Use the wardrobe, I modeled it myself. I didn't port it, I made the model myself. It came out nicely. Anyways, get back out. That's where the RC tournament is, in that building. And right here is the building that people in Luigi's Balloon World clip into this wall to hide their balloons to cheat. I don't know if that was patched at all. It might have been, I don't know. Anyways, the roads here. Tiny's Piroshkis, Espresso, Candy's Cafe, and Banana Bagels. All these shops are in one spot. That's good allocation of your business. Here's right here, I got spark pylons I didn't mention before. Spark pylons, you can use them like in the original game to help you get around. However, you can't climb quite like Mario. So like having a movement assistant add-on would be helpful in Gmod play. Like the climb sweep, or like a smart movement add-on if you have something that allows you to climb ledges. I believe something like that exists. Because here's the construction site with the swinging girders. Now these aren't swinging the right way. They're supposed to swing along the Z-axis. But like, I had no way to make that happen while they swayed back and forth. So instead they swing on the X and Y axis instead. I think the X axis. That's how you look at it. It was the best I could do. Still, they do swing eternally, so that's something. Find coins up here in the original game. These are a little bit elongated from the original, but like I did what I could. I did what I could. Let's go over here. There's another moon. Tour along. Got the bump. Make sure you don't drive off the edge of the world. This right here is the Toasterine and Slot House. You play the slots mini game. Also, there's purple coins over here, I think. Very nice. I think I may or may not have put ladders on all of the fire escapes, but I can't use them here in Half-Life 2. There might be ladders in them. Anyways, over there's the bench where you sit with a dude to get a power moon. If you didn't know that, you know it now. There's a mood you can get. A moon you can get. Did I say mood? I didn't say moon. Here's this room. I think you can only access this building in the post-game after you've beaten Bowser. It's a Mario 1 play. Isn't that cool? But wait, it gets cooler than that. Got the pipe right here. And we're inside. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Can't quite bonk the blocks, so. Oh, I didn't know that happened. Anyway, ignore that. You can be in here. You can't quite bonk the blocks, but hey, you're inside the set. And that's cool on its own. Isn't that nifty? Anyways, let's head back out through the pipe. Boosh. And we're back out. Just like that. Anyways, got a big plaza back here. The giant banana bagel sign. I don't know why there's multiple banana bagels. This door's locked, can't go in there. That's the room where you go in with the builder hat and close. This door leads somewhere. Now this map really pushed Hammer to its budget constraints. Because like I said, I can't compile the map in anything but fast, and also the side buildings are not there. I didn't have the budget left to put them in there, sadly enough. So I had to go. You have to go without those. It's a bit unfortunate, but well, this map already chokes as is, so I couldn't go any more detailed. Here's the way into the power plant. This big old manhole. Anyways, I could go to Town Hall now, but let's rewind a little bit. Back over to Squawks Park. A special Pauline billboard. Keep in mind its positioning right there. Steam Gardens behind it, not Cogwalled. Steam Gardens. Over here. Here's another 8-bit mural room. Also, you can't get up this without the aforementioned climb assistant add-on. Unlike the last thing, you can't go into this mural. It's not that you can do. Oh well. Also, power outlet. Yes, there is an actual power outlet here if you pay attention to the room in the original game. I was asked why there's a power outlet there, and that's why. It's there in the original game. It's a random small detail Nintendo put in. That's another door you can go through later on. Gives you access to one of the side areas. These angular buildings are quite funky. Quite a mess to deal with in Hammer. And Town Hall, or City Hall. It's a big old plaza in front. It's custom extrapolated texture. Big old Town Hall. In retrospect, it's not that big, but it's still quite big. Let's go into City Hall, is what we're going. Let's go into City Hall then. Got the auditorium, where you can watch shows. There's nobody playing right now, though. Got the speakers, the floor speakers. Got the big old logo in the back. And curtain. However, there are no coins back here you can wall kick up to. Those are not a thing you can have here. Sad. Spotlights on the floor. And also, sectors right here. These sectors clip a little bit for you. Ignore that. It's just a little oversight of how I made them. These little wall design things. Anyways, head over this way. You got the construction site. There's a dumpster over there you get coins from. There's a spike pylon. There's a spark pylon. You can use the shortcut at the top here, but I won't do that. You see, this spark pylon is covered up because we can't use it because its destination is gone. Also, ignore the weird water render thing. It's like, Source is not accustomed to having this much water all at once. It's all actual water out there. Anyways, also there's this over here. You can go over there, but you can't wall quick like Mario. There's another moon. So let's go up to the construction site. Now we're up here. Got more metal clanking. And so here's a little bit of assistance since you can't jump high like Mario. Now we're up here with all these tarps. This place back here. Use the spark pylon. There's another moon. So just keep going over. This part's a little bit uneven because the extrapolation didn't go quite that well. I did the best I could. I'll leave the moon there. Now, if you try to go inside City Hall, well, you find you can't, because I didn't have the map budget left to install the inside of town City Hall. In either way, it's a little bit ugly, anyways. It's not at all interesting of a level, so instead we use a convenient place spark pylon, which also works if you attack it. Now we're at the top of New Donk City, and there's another moon, top of Town Hall. Anyways, back here is more climbing assistance. I can't climb it because, again, I'm in Half-Life 2. Half-Life 2, why do you not like ladders? I suppose the reason is why, because they're a bit finicky, as we saw in a recent Half-Life 1 video. You know, you could climb this ladder, but also climb this part of the building, but I can't. So it'll just have to be left behind, I guess. Still, though, just look at that view. Look at that laggy view. Isn't that wonderful? You can see the whole city from here. Impressive. Oh, I missed. Go on. I can get him from here. There we go, I got him. Alright. Let's get you with the gun. Let's see. Oh, I missed. There we go, I got him. Alright then. Let's head on back down with our handy spark pylons. With a bit of grading up there, it's a little weird. Anyways, that's the city right there. You might think it's the end of the map right there. There's a cafe up there. Let's go with cafe. Nice rooftop cafe. You got our moon right here. Some barrels. How dare you dodge the barrel? Go up top. And here's the rooftop cafe pool. No music, sadly, though. So you can swim, though. Anyways, yeah. So that may seem like all there is to the map. Did I look everywhere? I think I did. That may seem like all there is to the map, but there is more actually, apart from the regular city. I also have the city in its story mode, in its story version, where it's under siege from Bowser. So when you first visit New Donk City proper, see Bowser's taken over, see all the Bowser advertisements, and the barricades. This version was made a lot later than the first version, because I was kind of bored. So it's how you first meet a city. They spark pylon, now we're down here. Now, I have this on the Steam Workshop. You may notice there's a bit of a disparity from that version. There are no enemies here. Well, basically, I have to have two versions of this map, one with enemies and one without. Because I have a whole separate mode that has the combat mode enabled, where you have a bunch of enemies in place of all the original enemies. You fight your way to the top of the skyscraper, like in the original. However, all that was quite a bit messy, so I also have a version here that doesn't have that. It's just scenery. You have to look around. It's all dark and rainy. You know, it might be hard to tell, but it is raining. Like, if I just stop moving for a second, can you see the rain? Kind of. It's very thin gray slivers. That's the only rain I have available. There's all these posters in the ground too. Here's Crazy Cap, save the date. Very nice. So there's ammo crates too. Go inside, there's still nobody here. Now there's extra chairs in, which would normally have citizens sitting in them, but why aren't they here? Well, they're only in the other version. I already said it. I don't know, being coy. Got big posters. You can break the big posters, actually. Originally, there was a purpose to breaking the big posters, and that they give you medkits when you break them, but I ended up not implementing that because it would have been too much logic. Anyways, gotta make your way through the city, through the proper path this time. Can't take any shortcuts. Anyways, got this right here. You don't need a Sherm this time. Physics, kind of. Because SNG almost. Alright then. Get to the other side. If you fall in the water, by the way, you easily teleport back to spawn. Anyways, walk the path. All these big Bowser advertisements. All these walls. Go walk around all the destroyed taxis. Use Half-Life 2 cards, is all I have. Walk through the girder. Now we're here at the main plaza. I don't know why you extended that last A. It's all very dire. There's a big wall right there. Being walled off in that section of the city. We go in Town Hall. There's some allegories in here, but otherwise it's still the same. It's got the nice blue spotlights, like in the original. They're not quite as bright as in Odyssey, but like this is best I can achieve. This is best I can manage. Best I can achieve within reason, without being like glaringly stick-outy. Anyways, come over to the construction site. You got the small, what's this, combine lights here, which I'll get to in a second, in a bit. The construction site now has little lights now, which they were supposed to have before. I just didn't implement them because I was being lazy. But now they're here, so you can see. Isn't that lovely? That's weird. It doesn't make no noise. Anyways, climb up to the top as usual. Same path. There's no moon. There's no other moons here this time. It's just purely focused on the story. There is something different, however, this time. See, this door is now open. Well, obviously, go inside it. You just get teleport to the other side because there's still no budget left over to implement that, all that. So, by the way, I did you didn't see that. I did actually correctly reinterpret the map for this version. As you can see, in the initial story version that you visit during the Mario Odyssey, a lot of the furniture props around the city aren't placed there yet, they're gone. So I tried to accurately reflect that. So not everything that was there before is still there. Walk back down. See, even the tree is gone, which is weird. If you look there in the actual game, you will see there's nothing there. It's all a matter of going everywhere whenever you can, just to see what's changed. Anyways, head up to the top. Here's a nice spark piling connection in the middle. Now at the top again, but there's nothing here, because there's no enemies. However, if I go back to the start real quick, just like that, it's magic. You see, the warp painting is active now. Where is it showing? Some weird room. It's showing this. This is the warp room. It allows you to get around the city faster. So there's the helipad we came from. This right here is the top of the the top of the building behind Crazy Cap. We're up here now. Go back through. Over this way. Here's the top of this building where you can find the Koopa foot racers, the normal version of the city. Koopa foot racers. Also, there's extra platforms here so you can fall off. And the last one takes you over to this spot where you can find Peach in the after game. Also, on the back of the wall, just like the original game, there are warp pipes you can take that will send you back into the level proper, so you don't get stuck. They do proper work. They go down and demonstrate here. Well, so yes, I know the warp pipe sound is very noisy. Anyways, yeah, that's there. It works out proper. Head back to the warp room now. Now you might be wondering what's up with all these blocks here. Well, you can actually use them. They all dispense items. Isn't that nice? Very cool. Anyways, you might be wondering why there's all these ammo restocks here, and well, that relates to the other version of the map, which I will show you right now. Now here we are in the story version, where we have some Half-Life 2 NPCs acting out the original story. Also, if you're in Gary's mod, you don't have Half-Life's episodes mounted, their animations might not be working for you. You may need Half-Life 2 Episode 1 and 2 mounted for these to work.
You got here at a bad time.
Did I?
I'm not even gonna tell you what that reminds me of.
It reminds me of a bug, really.
We can't leave till that Strider's taken care of.
That's impossible.
Well, we're troubled now. Now, there's still no monsters right now, but there are NPCs we can talk to. In place of all the originals you find in the actual game.
I've got my little corner and I'm sticking to it.
You head into the city, forget about it. Anyways, as you see, there's also compound barriers in town. Don't get to that. Come over here to the Crazy Cap. And there are people inside.
When is it all going to end?
We'll think of something.
When is it all going to end?
We'll think of something.
All his friends here. The shopkeepers don't have anything to offer. Hello.
What did I do to deserve this? I'm gonna stay and hold down this spot.
Sure thing, dude. You guys got all these citizens hiding here. You go further into the map, just a clip ahead. There's a major difference. Now there are openings in these buildings. The combined force fields and combined metal. That'll be important in just a bit. See, there's that dropship up there. We need to get rid of it, as well as the Strider. Got some ammo right here. Also back here, we have an emplacement rifle. Whee! By the way, for some reason, I can't make these work in Half-Life 2, Episode 2, like... That should instantly kill him. I don't know why, but for some reason, if you try to use these yourself, they don't work in Half-Life 2, only in Gary's mod. So I don't know what Valve did differently with the one... Because I literally copied this from a Valve map. I think I copied from the Canals map that I showed in a previous video. So I don't know why this doesn't work in my map. It does work in Gary's mod, just not in Half-Life 2. As you go into City Hall, things are different here. There's some Combine consoles and shelves. And also, there's this device right here I'm rather fond of. This is the Comball Fabricator, which is inspired by the Combine Fabricators in Half-Life ALLOS. He's got these a little terminal here. He's got these energy pellets. If I take them, all of them, the arms retract, and then it starts processing, just like that. You just wait here for a bit. And we've got 3 more Comballs fabricated. It's a nice little device I made, so you can have an infinite supply of Combine balls, but you have to wait for them. You have to earn them. I like it. It's not very versatile in how you could use it, but well, you know, it's a thing that exists. Anyways, so now get out of your brain. So now there's more to see. If I go up top right now, it will trigger a sequence. Like first I'm going to show you. If we head into the warp room, there's this big old switch you may have noticed before. If I click it, that activates the combat mode. Also, sometimes you gotta walk through this portrait to get back because of momentum. Because that activates the story scenario. But now, there's, you can see some of them already, some man hacks. There are now enemies in the map you need to fight to get past. I'll just speed this part up, it's there in Half-Life 2 enemies, you don't need to hear me talking about it. Alright, and I'm back here at the plaza. If I go into this town hall now, there's some medics at work. Now these medics right here are doing their best to maintain these consoles so that the Combine don't have total control over the area. But they will have to get back onto the console now and then to do some work. They can only heal you while they're available, so keep that in mind. So when they're away from the console, you can get heals from them, but if they're busy, you can't. Anyways, now just cut to the top. Now up here we got some more people.
I'm not a betting man, but the odds are not good. I can't believe this day has finally come.
Sure thing, Froman.
If I ever get my hands on Dr. Brain.
Oh, Dr. Brain. Anyways, let's make our way to the top. I skipped a bit. Go through the proper door first, because here is Griggs.
You weren't followed, were you?
Alright, take this pylon. And here's Sheckley.
Let's move.
Alright, and here's the Strider. But because I'm in Half-Life 2, I can't survive this next part, so let me just turn on God mode. Oh no! Oh, here it begins. First off, there's the Combine spawn. Well, the dropship comes down after you. I'm just gonna start using cheats here, because not all the map works for me right now. Get right in my face, why don't you? Stop moving. Okay, these good cheats. The dropship is almost here. He's here now, and he's about to Strider. And now you have to take out the Strider with what you've got. I can't use this though, because it doesn't work. It wouldn't even work normally, so I gotta use combos. Because I stood behind him, he didn't see me. So that's a little bit of an exploit. Get out of here. And for that, that's why excuse you. Back off. That's why the combo manufacturer is here. Fabricator. I don't need healing yet, dude. Here's now while I was making more combos, we come back to fight. Okay, it is possible to do this normally, I just suck. Anyways, get some more combos. Oh, I didn't use the last ones I had. Gotta heal. And you just keep persisting, and eventually... he dies, and the wall is lower, adding the simulation. That's it, simulation over, time to go home. Anyways, that's mostly it for that map. Something I didn't mention is that in the original version of the map, the daytime version, there's some little secrets for you to find. I'll let you find those yourself. So I'll cut off the video right there. Next time, we'll look at some more Zelda maps. So until then, my name is ALLOS, also known as Sketching Creations, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Geronimo! Ouch.